जय गोविन्द हरे नारायण नारायण जय गोपाल हरे
Radhe Radhe. Welcome to Krishna Bhakti Ras 19. There once lived a Brahman who was quite old, and he felt that his end was close. He was weak, but he had one last desire. He wanted to go up to Badrinath and get darshan of Lord Narayan. Badrinath is one of the 4 main dhams of India. The others being Jagannath Puri in the east, Rameshwaram in the south, and Dwarka in the west. So he started immediately on his journey to Badrinath. Now this temple closes every year for 6 months, from September to March, due to weather. So he was in a hurry. He knew he had to get there before the darshan closed for the 6 months. And when he was going up, he saw other pilgrims who had finished their darshan and were on the way down. And they asked him to hurry, because they said the darshan would soon be closing. He pressed on. He did the best that he could, but the road was difficult, and he was old and weak. He was in anxiety. Finally, he could see the temple in the distance. And when he reached the last few steps, he had no energy left. He was practically crawling up the last steps. He could hear the arti going on, and he felt, I will get darshan. But by the time he reached the top of the steps, the arti had stopped, and the priest was there in front of him, locking the temple. Oh no, said the Brahman. Please, let me get darshan. And the priest, he said, no, the darshan is closed. Come back after 6 months. And the Lord is not our servant, that we have to open the darshan when we want. We have to wait for the Lord's time. And the Brahman pleaded. He said, you don't understand. I am old and I will not survive for 6 months. Please let me just have a little darshan. But the priest was very arrogant. The Brahman caught the feet of the priest, and the priest kicked away his hands and went down the stairs and left. The Brahman fainted due to sheer exhaustion and disappointment, and he was depressed. And when he fainted, he rolled down the steps and he lay there for a few hours. When he opened his eyes, it was night time. The stars were shining brightly, but there was no human in sight. And the Brahman said, I think my life has been wasted. The Lord has ignored me. His devotees ignored me. I have nowhere to go except Mother Ganga. So he ran towards Mother Ganga. He wanted to drown himself in the Ganges and give up his life. Just then, he heard a voice saying, Old man, What are you doing? Don't you know that suicide is a sin? And those who commit suicide never get to see the Lord? He saw that it was a youth who was galloping towards him on a horse. The youth came forward and held the hands of the old man. And the old man said, "You don't understand what happened." And he told him his sad story. And the young man said, "You're getting old. You're hard of hearing. The darshan is open tomorrow. And come, stay with me for a night. And tomorrow I'll bring you for darshan." So he brought the old man to a cave where there was a warm fire burning. And he told the old man, "Let's play chess and pass our time." The old man did not know how to play chess, but to his surprise, he was able to play it. Not only was he able to play it, but he won every game that he played. They finally went to sleep. The next morning, the young man brought the Brahman to Brahma Kund to take a bath. And then said, "Come, we can go for darshan." And when they went back for darshan, the priest who had been so arrogant was there. And he saw the Brahman and said, "Oh, it's good, you're still alive. Come, you can take the first darshan and see the first arti." And the old Brahman replied, "Yes, I'm alive. Anyway, it's just been one night." And the priest told him, "It has been 6 months. The old man could not believe it. It suddenly dawned on him who the young man was. He turned around to look for him, but he had disappeared. And the arti was starting. People were going in for the first darshan. So the old Brahman went inside. And he got darshan of Lord Narayan. And then, just for a moment, the Murti of Lord Narayan turned into the young boy, the young man who had saved him, kept him alive for 6 months, played chess with him in the cave. And the old Brahman could see that the Lord himself had come and taken care of him when he had been so desperate for his darshan. He was happy. He was satisfied. He went out. He had had his darshan. He lay down on the top step and saying, he gave up his soul. His soul went back to his Narayan. So when his desire had been that strong to see the Lord himself had come and taken him by the hand and fulfilled his desire. All we need is a pure desire, a strong desire. and then the Lord takes over. Thank you for listening. Radhe Radhe.